And so, onto the bikes. Defending champion Sam Sunderland got off to the perfect start in yesterday's first stage, taking victory by 33 seconds from Adrian van Beveren. Wasn't easy though for the Englishman to be opening the piste after the cars. A generally solid ride from the number one, but he lost 6 minutes, coming in at 7th.
Starting in the front was difficult. I mean, we had the lines from the cars today, but they were all over the place, you know, and it was really difficult to know which was the good lines, and in the dunes was really heavy.
KTM's Laia Sanz will take some beating in the women's category. The Spaniard got off to a good start yesterday, coming in 12th, although she lost over 20 minutes today. Never easy navigating those dunes. Meanwhile, Toby Price is feeling his way back to full fitness after breaking his leg in last year's rally. 2016 champion joining up with Sanz. He finished 10th on the day. Gerard Fares finished 3rd in the bikes category last year, but the Himoinsa man is clearly taking it easy for the time being. The Spaniard's already 13 minutes off the pace. And what of Stefan Cvitko, who finished 2nd back in 2016? The Slovakian privateer caught out on the dunes here and taking a tumble. Luckily no major damage done, but he did lose 13 minutes. After coming 4th 2 years ago, Kevin Benavides was forced to miss last year's Dakar because of injury. But the Argentine's back and he's on form, having finished 2nd in the Cross Country Rallies World Championship behind Pablo Quintanilla. He came in at 5th on this second stage. But his Honda teammate Michael Metsch went one better. This a fine ride from the former motocross and enduro rider, coming in 4th, but it wasn't all good news. His younger brother Adrian suffering a broken leg. Austria's Matthias Vorkner was the highest placed KTM of the day in 3rd. Last year's runner-up also looking on form after coming 3rd at the Worlds. If there's one man enjoying himself at the start of this Dakar, it's Yamaha's Adrian van Beveren. The Frenchman, a 3-time winner in Le Touquet, is known back home as the Little Prince of the Sand. He showed it again here, coming in 2nd place for the 2nd successive stage. I had a fantastic time, awesome. The fact that the dunes were slightly broken by the cars made it really fun. It allowed you to go a bit crazy and try some really technical stuff. It was fantastic. Now, Joan Barreda had promised that he would wait until day 4 or 5 to start really attacking, but the Honda man had clearly changed his mind overnight. The Spaniard showing great pace and claiming victory by almost 3 minutes. It was a sensational ride from Barreda to secure his 20th Dakar stage win, the first of 2018. Well, I've been fighting hard over the years, and especially this year as well. It wasn't easy for me to be here at the start. We'll try to keep up the same rhythm, but there are so many strong riders in the field, especially on this kind of terrain. An excellent day then for Honda, with 3 riders in the top 5, even if Barreda's wrist injury from late last year flared up a little today. The Spaniard leads by 2.5 minutes overall from Van Beveren, with Vorkner, Sunderland and Quintanilla making up the top 5.
Now, uniquely for Stage 2, the cars start first, which means there are no bike tracks to follow. This means the dunes are a blank canvas. It's a big day for the co-drivers and, crucially, for drivers to listen to their pace notes. Yeah, I'm calm, a little bit apprehensive because it's not often like this. We'll see what will happen. I've prepared well for the stage.
But for sure, it will be already the 2nd day, and it will be one of the strongest days of the rally.
The disadvantage of an impressive time on Stage 1, American Dakar rookie Bryce Menzies is one of the first to enter the blank stage. His co-driver Pete Mortensen's notes will be critical. But that's a disaster, the aftermath of a big crash. The American crew have barrel rolled their mini buggy at high speed. Luckily the roll cage is strong, but that is a serious accident after only 6K of the stage.
You know, Pete called it out as a big caution, and I looked at it and just thought it was a little kicker, and just hit it way too fast and went end over end. Just huge bummer. First Dakar and second day, and we're done. So just bummed, you know. It's not how I saw my Dakar going.
Back at the safety of the X-rayed service park, the extent of the damage is assessed.
It's just my ego and my emotions are hurt, and my co-driver ended up breaking his ankle. So my heart's off to him. He's the one that called it out, and I should have listened to him. So we'll go back and work on our navigation, our notes together, and hopefully come back stronger in 2019.
Well, we wish Pete a quick recovery. Another co-driver suffering for different reasons is Mathieu Baumel. While navigating for Nasser Al-Attiyah is hit by suspected food poisoning and struggles to the end with sickness. Inevitably, this affects their time, and the overnight leader drops 14 minutes down to 8th overall. A terrible stage for Nani Roma and co-driver Alex Haro Bravo. The mini crew lost 22 minutes, having stopped twice en route. The two-wheel drive mini buggy of Flying Finn Mikko Hirvonen seems to be on form on his third Dakar. Consistently making it through the stage, guided by German co-driver Andreas Schulz, they finished the day 7th overall. That is another huge incident. Argentine driver Lucio Alvarez has rolled his Toyota Hilux onto its roof in the slack of a big dune. Crew are okay, but that will take a while to extricate. Some more casualties of the dunes, Al Raji and Garafulix Minis, both stricken, as well as the Borgward of Eric Weavers. The best placed mini is Argentina's Orlando Terranova, breaking new ground over this incredible scenery. A Dakar regular since he first competed on two wheels in 2005, he's 5th quickest on the stage, which keeps him 5th overall. GINIEL de Villiers spends today pushing. German co-driver DIRK von ZITZEWITZ calling the pace notes, with a few tracks already left in the desert by Fuchs and teammate Al-Attiyah.
Well, the Peugeot seems to be very, very quick. I mean, I don't know if we can go that speed, but we'll see. You know, it's a long way to go, and there's a lot of things that can happen. We just try to get clean stages every time, but for sure the Peugeot looks very, very quick.
This Peugeot is Sebastien Loeb. You can identify it by its white roof. The engineers have clearly fixed his brakes, as the 9-time World Rally Champion is flying, despite lack of experience in dunes this wild. His longtime co-driver Daniel ELENA is adapting well to rally raid. 3rd quickest on the stage, and that catapults him back up the leaderboard. Such incredible scenery, familiar to the yellow roof of PETERHANSEL's Peugeot. He's very quick through much of this massive, spectacular stage. He slows a little towards the end. But that's the red roof of CYRIL and co-driver David CASTERA, who are absolutely flying. 2nd ever stage win in cars for Dupré. Good memories of Peru from his successful times here on bikes. I'm the kind of person who likes to watch, to observe. I like to have a good feeling for a situation, to feel if we're on a good rhythm or if we're too fast. And with David today, I think we found the perfect balance. So the day one strategy clearly worked for Peugeot. Road position on stage 2 has helped them to a dominant 1-2-3, de Villiers and Terranova keeping them honest. And that leaderboard has an ominous look. 3 Peugeots at the top, but it is CYRIL who becomes the 2nd leader of Dakar 2018.